All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and start reading to you some set of rules, Merkio. After we read the three sets of rules, I'm gonna ask you some questions. Do not resuscitate patients entering streets or in the hospital, PvP, blue territory events, or army base. Do not serve patients who have their weapons drawn. Do not stand or sit on the main lobby floor. Do not go AFK on 3 days on duty, 3 days ban, demotion, and all funds returned. Only 2 staff members may be at each desk in rank order from brown, maroon, blue, white, then green. Up to 3 may line up down the hallway, also in rank order. If your medication wait time is over 5 minutes, go on emergency calls or met deliveries. If the wait is under 5 minutes, wait in the cafeteria. Do not use the front door. Only rank 6 and higher may enter through the front, and only rank 7 and higher may use the front parking lot. Do not spawn the bus. Must have DCP and CP's permission. Radio checks are mandatory. You're going to reply to the radio checks on the chat with a 10-4 copy. You cannot attend the PvP territories without a rank 7 or higher. RP13. Faction and RP. Non-RP behavior within the game factions, including unlawful release of prisoners or execution of civilians by the police, punishment, and exoneration from the faction and or from 30 minutes to 1-day jail up to 3-day ban. RP14. Sexual harassment. Any form of non-consensual sexual actions, including simulation and explicit dialogue or actions, use of ethnic and or LGBT plus slurs, or excessive attention. All sexual actions required OOC consent, which is out of character consent. Such actions should not occur in public or frequently visited areas. Punishment: 60 minutes mute or 24 hours up to 30 days ban. RP15. Disruption of faction operations. Intentionally provoking faction members for entertainment or disrupting faction operations is prohibited. Punishment: 30 minutes in 1-state jail. RP16. Criminal acts against emergency personnel. Any criminal acts against towards emergency medical personnel are prohibited. Punishments from 90 minutes in 1-state jail up to a 12-hour ban.
Okay, you good?
Yeah, I'm finished with RP. It's your turn for the MD.
Oh, my bad.
All right.
MD1 refuses to provide medical assistance, refusing to provide medical assistance, including performing CPR or giving meds without a justified RP reason, including situations when armed players are present at the scene. Punishment: 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD2, provide medical aid during dangerous situations, selling medications or resuscitating players in situations that threaten the life and the health of both the medic and player, including but not limited to during an escalating conflict, an active shootout, or terror, etc. Punishment: 1 warning from the faction leadership. MD3, compliance with project rules. Medical personnel are required to comply with all established project rules. Punishment: 1 warning or 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD4, improper RP behavior, failure to adhere to RP rules when interacting with players, while providing medical assistance or communicating with faction colleagues. Punishment: 1 warning from the faction leadership. MD4.1, disrespectful behavior towards players, disrespectful behavior towards any player. Punishment: 1 reprimand or dismissal at the discretion of the faction leadership. MD4.2, non-compliance with orders, failure to comply with leadership orders to observe the chain of command within the faction. Punishment: 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD4.3, assault on civilian, assault a civilian with a taser, weapon, or fist without an RP reason. Punishment: dismissal from the faction. MD5, use of weapons. Medical personnel is strictly forbidden from using any weapons. Punishment: dismissal from the faction. MD6, criminal activity and intentionally associating with gangs committing major crimes, including but not limited to theft, vandalism, murder, or joining faction doing activities where medic participation is not intended. Punishment: dismissal from the faction. MD7, use of service vehicles for personal purposes. Using official medical transport for personal travel when not on duty, including for civilian jobs. Punishment: 1 warning from the faction leadership. MD7.1, use of personal vehicles. Using personal vehicles instead of service vehicles for personal faction to perform faction duties. Punishment 1 warning from the faction leadership. MD8 unauthorized issuance for recovery notes of recovery notes, issuing medical certificates outside of a hospital, issuing medical certificates for monetary compensation. Punishment 1 warning from the faction leadership.
Alrighty, thank you. Now we're gonna go ahead and ask you a set of questions, Merkio. What made you want to join the medical faction?
I was a medic on my other service.
Okay. Why do you think teamwork is important inside of the medical faction?
You said, why do I think teamwork is important inside the medical faction? Teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work.
Yes, sir. If you want to leave the hospital, what exit should you take?
The one in the back.
The elevator, correct. And my last question for you will be, what are the 3 areas you're not allowed to perform CPR in?
HP parking lot. Territories and gang houses.
So you got all of them correct. Those are ones, but it's the HP, all 4 corners surround the HP, all 4 streets, and also the military base.
Okay.
All right, Lucas.
My first question would be, when do you spawn the bus?
When do I spawn the bus?
Yes, sir.
Is everything okay?
Hey, Merkio.
I was gonna phone call, but I was gonna phone call. You said when I respond.
Yes, sir. When would you are you allowed to spawn the bus?
It'll be a lie to even try to give you an answer because I do not know.
Alright, so never spawn the bus. You cannot spawn the bus without DC or CP permission with the driver ever. If you do see somebody spawn the bus, please fill that body cam, map her up, and body cam it, and then report it to a higher up. My second question would be, if you go get a re-up on your meds and the wait time is over 5 minutes, what would you do?
Throw the macro.
Okay, so if you go get a re-up on your meds and it happens to be over 5 minutes, go on emergency calls or CPR runs. If it's under 5 minutes, wait in the cafeteria.
All right.
Putty.
Yeah, my question is, how should you respond to a how should you respond if you were placed in a, I guess, potentially dangerous situation? How would you respond to that? I'm gonna give you a scenario. If you're out there in the world doing your medics run, and you see a group of members, gang members, all civilians.
I'm so sorry, dude. I was getting another phone call. I just saw your mic moving, but I didn't hear you.
Okay. I asked you, how should you respond if you were placed in a potentially dangerous scene? What would you do? How would you go about it?
I would throw out the macro, and if it don't stop, I would just flee the scene.
All All right.
Correct, but you want to
Correct,
keep your
but you
body
want to
cam
keep your
rolling
body
in
cam
case if
rolling in
anything
case
were
if
to happen
anything
to
were to
you, so
happen
you
to
have
you, so
evidence
you
on
have
that.
evidence
You
on
don't have
that.
to give, you
You
don't
don't have
have
to
to
you
give
don't have to
any
give any
service to those that
service to
makes you
those
feel
that makes you
threatened,
feel threatened,
especially with their guns
especially with
out,
their guns out,
and if they're
and
shooting.
if they're
All right.
shooting. All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
My next
My
question
next
is
question is
what is considered
what
a
is
faction
considered a
NRP
faction
behavior?
NRP behavior?
You said what? You said what?
What is
What
considered
is
faction
considered
NRP
faction
behavior?
NRP behavior?
Uh.
Hey, Obsidian, can I have you go
Just
to floor
remember.
one for me, please? I'm doing an interview at the moment. You can't be up here.
I
I
apologize, brother.
Just remember, there's no
Just
right or
remember,
wrong
there's no right
answer.
or wrong
However you
answer.
answer, we
However
will
you
of
answer, we
course
will of
correct
course
that.
correct that. All right.
No
So
need to feel
no need to
it's
feel
anybody.
it's
Anyway,
anybody anyway.
Man, all right. You said what's RP behavior?
No, what
No,
is
what is
considered faction
considered faction
NRP
NRP
behavior, which is
behavior,
non-role
which is
play
non-role
behavior.
play behavior?
Um. Picking up somebody in outside the HP.
That
Kind of breaking
kind
the
of
rules on
breaking the
that, but
rules on
mainly
that, but
like acting
mainly like acting
outside.
outside
Realistic role play,
realistic role play, standard
within
within the
the faction
faction
itself,
itself,
such as
such as
abuse
abuse
authority
authority
or
or
ignoring
ignoring
RP
RP
protocols and
protocols and
so
so
on.
on.
Oh, I thought she was asking for an example of like none like RP, like bad RP. I picked up some, you know what I'm saying? My bad. I didn't know you was like for the definition. My bad.
Nah, you straight.
Nah, you straight.
It's all good.
So
All
good.
right, D'Angelo, can I get your two questions?
Yes. Are you allowed to leave out the front door?
No.
Who is allowed to leave out the front door?
Uh, it's I know for sure white coats for sure. I couldn't name nobody under there.
So rank
So
six
rank
and
6
higher
and higher
can go out the
can
front
go out
door.
the front door.
Rank seven
Rank
and
7
higher
and higher
can park in the
can
front
park in the
parking lot.
front parking lot.
Okay.
Alrighty. And that will conclude Merkio's interview.